everybody. Welcome to my channel. Let me scoot you in a little bit. Okay. All right, so I think you're a little bit more scooted in. Okay. All right, guys, so this is going to be Gemini. This is your birthday reading. Welcome, welcome. If you're new, hi, welcome. If you guys are back, I hope you enjoy this this new Gemini reading. Hopefully it's good today. I'm hoping it is. Happy birthday, all Vedic Geminis. Of course, this is going to be all you July babies and end of June babies. But I just wanted to say hi because I'm one of you. My birthday is next week, I think. So yeah, this is all Gemini Vedic birthdays. This is your free reading. As you guys know, I follow Vedic, not tropical. In tropical, I'd be a Cancer sun. In Vedic, I'm a Gemini. I think I resonate more with that, but I still resonate with tropical as well. So feel free to follow both. I don't care. It's perfectly fine. But I pulled a few cards already just for the beginning of your reading, and then we'll just go from there, okay? All right, so maybe just scoot you a tad bit back. Just a tad. I think I need a little more room. Okay. All right. So as you guys know, Gemini is an air sign, and that's why I have clouds and feathers and all of that, because you are an air sign. You guys are intelligent, communicative, you're big thinkers, you're inventors. Rahu co-rules your sign, but Mercury is your planetary ruler. So you have a lot of gifts with your hands and magic and being creative and writing. Geminis are well known all across tropical and Vedic to be writers and linguistic kind of people. Some of them know many, many languages. Some of them write in many languages. You are great readers, and you're very quick learners. So Geminis are the twins, which means they're also multitaskers. So a lot of Gemini people can be doing 3 or 4 things at once and not feel overwhelmed, to whereas other signs, especially Earth, would feel extremely overwhelmed. But air, not overwhelmed, okay? So you're pretty good with children also. You love fun things. You're the life of the party. You are, we have a visitor. No. What do you need? Okay, and then that's it. Thank you. Yep, that's it. I just started. Now go on. Okay. Geminis are known to like movies as well, big movie buffs. So you guys are just, I think, a well-rounded group. The negative side of Geminis would be they can tend to overthink things sometimes, but they're quick at resolutions. You usually voice your opinions. People get annoyed by your voice of opinions, but you know, that's because they can't quite think as quick as you when it's coming up to resolutions or answers. And so you can come off as a little bit annoying. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's get into the opening of your reading. Oh, one other thing, Geminis are probably impatient. I'm just putting that out there. Air signs are usually impatient. So your little oracle card that came out is love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. So I think a big message for Gemini today is feeling deserving. Have you been feeling like you haven't been deserving? You know, there's a lot of times where people think, you know, based on my history, based on what I've done, maybe I don't deserve blessings. Maybe I don't deserve everything I'm going after. That oracle is saying quite the different. So Spirit wants you to think more positively about yourself. We also have some loss that came out. This is a healing card, something you've been healing about. Your response to loss. Okay, your response to loss. And we got eventually, Gemini, you will remember my loved one with more love than pain. Eventually, I will remember my loved one with more love than pain. So you've been missing someone possibly that's passed on, and right now, maybe you're remembering all the pain, but eventually you'll be remembering more love. It says, I will find compassion and patience today for my temporary pain and my permanent love. See, patience, and that's what comes up for Gemini, because you usually are impatient. Okay? So, I'm not, coming down on Geminis, but it's true. There is an urgency with Geminis, and there is impatience. And it looks like you're frustrating with someone that you've lost. This could be someone that was taken from you. This could be a death. This can be the grief of maybe breaking up with someone and losing them in your lifetime, like you're not meant to be with them. And this card's coming out saying that you're grieving, and your response to loss is right now you're impatient. You're dealing with a lot of pain, but eventually this will pass, and you're going to start thinking about this person with a more loving heart. Let's get the other opening messages. Oh my God, okay. We have the Devil. We have the Nine of Swords, Misery, and we have the Magician. Darn. So, collective, have you been dealing with the Devil, Gemini? Okay, this could be Capricorn. We also have Gemini, Virgo, Gemini again. Okay, Nine of Swords, Misery. Keep in mind, these messages are always reversible. Take what resonates for you on which side you're on here. You've been really, really, really worried, stressed, and anxiety and pain about a rejection. There is a karmic relationship. Okay, Devil is always karmic ties. There's some karmic ties to someone. And this is a karmic partnership. They have been very manipulative. They have been very much the user and the abuser. You've been taken advantage of. You've been sold short. You might have been stolen from. A lot of you guys may have had money stolen from you is coming across. Thousands of dollars range. It looks like some of you guys are still stuck and tied to this person. There is a karmic bond. You're trying to get yourself out of this. Let's get another card. Okay, you can't. Hierophant, you're bound. Committed. You have a karmic tie to someone. Gemini, there is karmic debt here. Now, if it's not thousands of dollars, it could be thousands of years of karmic debt that is tied to this individual. But this right here with the Hierophant is commitment. It is also a reflection, as above, so below. What's going on in the universe is reflecting down onto your life right now. The Devil is a lot like Rahu, and Rahu is in your sign, per Vedic astrology, in Ardra Nakshatra. And Ardra Nakshatra for Gemini brings storms. It brings great storms of destruction. You're going through a very destructive time in your life right now. You would want to check where Gemini is in your chart, what house. Because, as you know, the sun is not always there in the first house. It could be in any of the other houses. That's where your sun is at. And if this is your moon rising or Venus, you're going to want to check that out. But please check where this is at in your chart. For example, if this is in your 7th house, this is going to affect your relationships, your marriage. And marriage did come up twice. I think I saw it at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I did. And as I was shuffling, this card kept coming out multiple times. And I tried to get rid of it, multiple times, and I just couldn't. I always kept getting the marriage card. And now we have the Hierophant. So you could be deeply tied to a Taurus also. But as I'm trying to say here, if this is in your 7th house, it would represent marriage. You have some serious, heavy karmic debt. If it's there. If it's sitting there, Gemini, 7th house, Sun, say you have Mars there as well, or Rahu there as well right now, because that's where Rahu is. Hello, Sun, Gemini. You're really going through some serious hell. in your relationships. I mean, this is destructive. This is the hurricane, tornado, earthquake, volcanic compilation of your life, volcanic compilation of your life. Your entire marriage or relationship will be disrupted during this transit. Whew. In another sign, well, not another sign, but in another meaning for Gemini with Rahu and Sun there right now, it would mean that you and your siblings are going to get closer, most likely, because Rahu's there and he's pulling in the energy of Gemini. So you might be really getting into better relationships with your siblings, or you might be cutting ties with them. I guess it kind of depends on what dasha you're in. But I do think that siblings will be a part of your life during this transit. For the 7th house anyways. And relationships with coworkers, workers, those kinds of things. If you have Gemini Sun and Rahu's there right now, doesn't matter what house, you will have writer's block. There is going to be a destructive force keeping you from writing a book or being creative. You do have a block right now, mostly because Mercury's in retrograde, okay? This too shall pass. And, you know, it's moving forward. Let's say you have Gemini in the 4th house. This would mean that your home is under destruction right now. Maybe you're constructing your home. Maybe you are re-renovating your house, and that's what's going on right now. Maybe you are moving from your house to another house. That would be the 4th house right now with what's going on. It could also be that there's a lot of arguments and fights there in the home. Whatever this is, the storm is happening in your house, in your home, okay? With your family and children. Sometimes a Gemini may see it, maybe not in your own particular little home, but if you have grown children, your children would be going through destruction right now. And that's what you're noticing if it's in your 4th house. If it's in your 1st house, you're undergoing a major construction of your body, mind, and soul. Destruction and then reconstruction. You might be going under plastic surgery, reconstructive surgery, back surgery. This would have been going on, all this business that I'm talking about, since Gemini had Rahu there. So for the past year and a half, it's been going on. I'm just bringing it up now in this chat, in this reading, but you would have gone through a surgery at some point if you're a Gemini rising, is what I'm saying, if it's in the 1st house. You would have also been going through a body transformation, either gaining or losing the weight, going through a transformation physically of how you look, hair, makeup, eyes, coloring, clothing, style. All of that would be completely destroyed from the past and rebuilt. And that's what is happening or already has happened within the past year or so. But if Gemini's in the 10th house, this is your career, okay? And this is going to really affect your career. So complete transformation in jobs. You might have gone from being a police officer to now being a massage therapist. You might have been going from a sales clerk or a cashier to a tarot card reader or Reiki healer. You know, complete revamping of your career. Rahu would be pulling in your creative talents in the 10th house, if that's where Gemini Sun is at. You would also be making a monumental statement of your lifetime for your career if it's in the 10th house, meaning your major piece of art, creativity, a book writing, whatever this is, your magnum opus, your life's greatest work would be completed during this time, especially if you're going through a Rahu Mahadasha, or maybe even a Venus. But anyways, if it's there in the 10th house, woo, this is your prime time. This is prime time for you. And you might make the most money of your life if it's right now. I still feel for all Geminis, you might be making the most money in your lifetime right now. Now is the time where you're going to start accumulating wealth because Rahu's there and he's still wanting a lot of things in your sign. He also brings people a rise to fame. So Rahu is rising Geminis to fame. You guys may be really climbing that ladder right now, really getting up there. Be careful. What goes up must come down, and it's very good to stay humble and not throw yourself into something completely. This is a time to practice meditation and balance. One of the most biggest things that Geminis can have struggles with is meditation. And that's because your mind is on 1,000 things during 1 minute. So if you sit down and try to meditate, you may be finding yourself thinking about the dog, the kids, the job, the work, the house, the lover, your spirit, your soul, where loved ones are, all at the same time as you're just trying to sit there and clear your mind and meditate. So Geminis have a real hard time staying focused. My advice to you, hang on.
I was going to watch the Oasis.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Let me just get him something better on TV, and I'll be right back. See, the distractions of Gemini. I am being your mind right now. You're trying to concentrate, but I'm going to distract you. So, yeah, try that patience, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, I'm back. How'd that patience work out for you? All right. Let's go ahead and just finish your reading. So far, the opening message, it looks like you're really feeling bad about rejection. That's really what I'm picking up here. You're very creative, and you're trying to figure out a way to make this work. Okay, that's what that's all about. How can I make this work, Steph? And you're trying to get really, really creative on how to defeat this devil. You're trying to get a strategy. You're trying to get a plan. But anyways, see, I got distracted. Where I was leaving you off at was meditation, my bad. And I was telling you one of the best ways to get focused during a meditation for a Gemini is to focus on one item during your meditation. And I had this advice given to me by my aunt who went to an instructor who gave her that advice during a yoga practice, and it really works. And if you can just situate yourself outside in peace and you find yourself with 1,000 voices in your head and 1,000 different thoughts, and you can't even meditate peacefully for 5 minutes, this is the trick for you. Find an item across the room or outside and just focus in on all the details of that item. If it's a feather, look at all the different little areas of the feather. Okay, whatever, you can just really hone into one item. If it's a candle flame, focus on the flame, the colors, the height, the width of the flame, how it moves, the wick, everything. Just focus in on that flame. You get my drift. If it's a tree, focus on the tree. But you're going to train your mind to just focus on one thing. Once you can master just this mind listening to you and focusing on one thing, you're going to get the hang of it, and you'll notice that meditation can be so much better than 5 minutes. It can be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it can be an hour plus. Of course, it takes exercise to get there. It takes dedication, and it takes obviously some sacrifice of your time. Geminis have a very hard time sacrificing their time. A Gemini wakes up in the day and already figures how much time they have for free time. And if you're a Gemini, you know what I'm talking about. You wake up and you automatically see the clock and you go, okay, I have AKA, or, ABC amount of time to do ABC. I only have this much time to get this done. And then you're already thinking about bedtime. Like, you're doing the math about how much time you have to be awake, how much time you have to get things done. So you're planning out your day automatically in your mind. And this is overwhelming. It can be an overwhelming stress. Usually a Gemini, the first thing you're going to do is grab your phone. Why? Because you are an electronic technology kind of creature. You're that kind of a being. You're all about technology and news and social medias and YouTubes and Facebooks and emails. So Geminis might wake up and instantly start checking their technology for whatever messages they have for the day. Turning on your equipment is probably really big for a Gemini. Checking the AC, checking if the phone is charged, getting all those little technological little things in order. It's not like you wake up thinking about nature, where some earth signs actually wake up thinking about the outside. Can you imagine that, Gemini? There are some signs that wake up and they think about nature. They think about the outside. They want to look out the window. What kind of a beautiful day it is. Let's look at the weather outside. Those are other signs, Gemini. That's not Gemini. Gemini doesn't wake up and think, let me look out the window. That's not a Gemini thing. A Gemini thing is, what is the schedule like today? How much time do we have today? What does the schedule look like? And, what are my windows that are open for free time? To check your other aspects. If you are a double Gemini, then this is 100% right. If you're not a double Gemini, it's probably accurate for some of you, but it does depend how much earth or water you would have in your chart. What if you're a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius mix or something like that? That would obviously be very different than a Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Gemini, Cancer, Pisces. They would be very different than, a multiple air sign and earth mix. Samuel, what a double Gemini. A double Gemini? Well, example, sun and moon, they could be double Gemini. So a sun sign and a moon sign would be a double Gemini. Or, something like a Venus Gemini even, and a sun Gemini. I mean, that would be a lot the same, a lot of your desires, everything you want to do. I don't want to go into the astrological aspect of it, but I'm just saying there's lots of different combinations. And keep in mind, each sign has 3 nakshatras. So one Gemini will think a little bit differently than another. And I'm not going into details in nakshatras today, but there are 3 nakshatras for Geminis, and then there are 4 padas for Geminis in each nakshatra. So that's quite a bit of combinations of different kinds of Geminis. So this is, again, very general. It's not going to match for everybody, but there will be some similarities, and you will definitely feel like all Geminis are in one little family group, which happen to be writers, singers, entrepreneurs, saleswomen, very driven financially. Geminis are driven. You'll see a lot of lawyers come out of Gemini. You'll see a lot of car salesmen come out of Gemini. You'll see a lot of beauticians coming out of Gemini, even like people that do nails, hair, you know what I mean, skin beautification, all those different kinds of things coming out of Gemini. You will see a lot of plumbers and pipe fitters come out of Gemini. You'll see a lot of engineers coming out of Gemini. And a lot of, because Rahu represents space, so a lot of astronauts and people that study space and astrology will come out of Gemini. Teachers are going to come out of the sign of Gemini. Specific teachers, not just any teachers. They would specialize in a specific form of teaching. Mostly, I would say science. They would love to teach about nature. The way the ecosystem works, they would love to teach about that. They would love to teach about the body and the mind and the spirit. They can be very spiritual creatures because Gemini is looking at Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is very spiritual. Not religious, but spiritual. And so they have a very devout faith about them. Geminis, they do have a base camp. And their little base camp would be their spirituality. So they hang on to it. Whatever their belief system is, they do hang on to it. And here we have a strong belief system with the Hierophant. And you're trying to manifest something new with your belief system. But you have to defeat this devil. And the devil has its hooks into you. The devil has its chains around you. You feel trapped, out of control in your mind, and even an obsession about a karmic relationship or a karmic situation. Sometimes it's not a relationship. Sometimes it's just a situation. So you can't get away from this. You can't wrap your head around it. You can't make sense of it. You've been having a real hard time changing the situation to the point of complete frustration. This has been overwhelming, to say the least. And you are trying your best to pull yourself out of it. A lot of you are hard on yourselves. Really hard on yourselves. You might be beating yourself up for multiple things here. And Spirit's like, Gemini, love who you are. You deserve more than this, but you have a hard time believing you deserve more than this. So we're going to get more into your reading now. Now we kind of did the intro. Let's go ahead and do a Celtic. Oh, dropped a couple cards here. Told you marriage keeps coming up. Marriage, Book of Secrets, Five of Pentacles. There's some strong Taurus energy here, Gemini, today. It's been about 5 signs that there's a Taurus connection. Okay? And if it's not a Taurus connection, I'll tell you what, honey, it is a second house connection. Okay? There's a second house or a Taurus connection with you and somebody. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Please, Spirit, bless these cards. Give me a divine message of truth for the sign of Gemini. Show me the sign of Gemini and the Celtic cross. Show me the sign of Gemini. I'm seeing a lot of Leo influences as well. Just putting that out there. How are you coming into the picture, Gemini? Who is crossing you or what? What is the situation you're so focused on? What is that situation? What happened in your past? What's happening right now? What is your current situation? What's going to be happening in your future? What's coming up in the near future for the sign of Gemini? What is crowning the reading? What's been on your mind? What's crowning it? What does Spirit see for the sign of Gemini? How do you see yourself? How do you view yourself, Gemini? Whoop. Okay. How does Gemini view themselves? And what is other people's opinions of you? In fact, what is your lover's opinion about you? Let's get that information. What is your lover's opinion about you, Gemini? What do they think? What do they think about you, Gemini? What are you hoping for? What are you hoping for? What do you want? And what is your outcome? Bottom of the deck, overall energy, Gemini, the lovers. Let me fix this. Okay. So you came out on the overall underall energy. The most important thing right now for you, what's going on with you, is 7th house, the Lover's card, or should we say Venus, but this is Gemini energy. Okay, the most imperative thing in your life right now is this relationship. It is this divine soulmate, twin flame tie, and bond. It's ironic that you have the Devil card come up and the Lover's card. They are both talking about a soulmate relationship. Is that not just your favorite card for Gemini? You've got the snake there with the apple, temptation. You've got the tree. They are part of the tree. They are in the universe, creation. The universe is being made. The earth is being made. They are on fire for each other. Fire and water energy, masculine and feminine. Okay, complete bond, Kundalini rising energy here. So overall, underall, love. Love and your intimate relationship is really heavy on your mind. It is very important to you. It's not just something, it's everything. Okay, this relationship means more to you than words can say. If you could tell me how much this means to you, I don't think you would be able to find all the right words. I think Gemini is completely involved in this relationship. You feel it mind, body, and soul. You're in a very deep connection. Okay? Let's go ahead and see how you're coming into the situation. Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy. Maybe a lot of you guys are like me. You're a Cancer in tropical, but a Gemini in Vedic. Could very well be so. And even if you're a Gemini in tropical, that's fine. You're welcome here. It's okay. I'm just pulling on Gemini energy, however you want to perceive that. But with the Queen of Cups, you're coming in loving, kind, compassionate. You're coming in very forgiving, very nurturing. Okay, you're coming in as a divine feminine. You're coming in offering your love towards your lover. You're completely in love. You have a big heart. It's open. There's no borders. There's no boundaries. It's an endless sea of devotion and love. You're completely committed. You're also coming in very beautiful. I do think a lot of you are being called to be by water. Okay? And again, I've been getting this channeling lately. It could be a swimming pool. It could be a lake. It could be a waterfall. It could be a fountain in your home or on your porch or in your room, a little water fountain. It could be a picture or an image. Maybe you're going to be getting a picture of the ocean. Maybe you're getting a picture of some kind of water feature or a waterfall. Whatever this is for you, Gemini, you're being called to your emotions. You're being called to water. You may have been having dreams lately about emotions. Emotions can come in many different ways in the subconscious. And the Queen of Cups is very familiar with subconscious, which is how you're coming in. I do think you might feel like drowning, or you might be on a boat, maybe out of control on the sea or on the water. You may feel also like you're in a vehicle and your brakes went out, or your vehicle is going too fast. You might be having dreams of something like that. You might also be having dreams where you feel awake, but you can't move. I don't know what they call those dreams. It's kind of like a night terror, but it's different. You don't wake up screaming, but you do wake up trying to gasp for air. You're trying to move your body, but you're feeling paralyzed. And I think a lot of your subconscious dreams are doing that. There you go, sleep paralysis. And I do think that's what's coming through for Gemini, is a lot of sleep paralysis, feeling like you're awake in your dream, fully lucid, but you can't move your body and you can't speak. There are dreams where you want to speak out, which Gemini is all about communication, but you're not able to communicate in your dream. Maybe your voice isn't loud enough in your dream. Maybe you can't open your mouth. Maybe you can't get the words out, but you're in between states. You're in between awake and asleep, and you're feeling very thrown about in these dreams. So when you wake up, you'll remember them. You remember these dreams because they'll be so real, so vivid that when you wake up, you'll go, wow, that was a crazy dream. A lot of this is because the eclipse that just happened yesterday. Okay, so don't be surprised. Plus the moon that we just had was in Gemini in Vedic. Okay, everyone said Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. No. We're doing Vedic. It was in Gemini. This is why you're affected. Okay, so the moon represents the mind and the emotions. Okay, so anyways, the moon is truly affecting you right now. You are moving with the cycles of the moon. So you're coming in extremely in touch with your subconscious. You're extremely in touch with meditation and nature and mostly water. You're feeling the vibe. You're really flowing, okay? Oh, I swear to God, I didn't even look at it. I was holding it when I lifted this up. You guys saw me shuffle. Damn it, you saw me. We got the devil again. Again. Guys, come on. We got 103 of you guys watching me. Y'all saw me shuffle the shiznit out of this deck. Real good. From our earlier pool. I had an introductory pool, and the devil came out. Now, what's crossing you? It is the devil again. Don't be scared. Some people are new. You get scared. You think, uh-oh, tarot's a little bit crazy. I can't believe this is happening. You know, yes, the cards have energy. The cards speak the truth. This is an honest message. I told you when I got the Lovers card, you got the devil and the Lovers. They're both the same. The devil has the Lovers tied to his neck, if you can see that. Okay, there's the girl, there's the guy, there's the chain around his neck. There's the pentacle, there's the wand, there's the cup, there's the sword. He's got shoulder pads with these things hanging off of him. He's got control of these two people. There's his horns, there's his eyes. He's got control over them. He's the Prince of Darkness. He is the Prince of Illusion. He makes you think he has control over you, but he doesn't. In the Lovers card, he is the snake, the temptation to disrupt this couple. I really do think that you guys have a karmic situation. And I hate to throw that in there, everybody, but I have to, because look what's underneath the Lovers card. The karmic. So Gemini, it looks like there is a karmic situation for whoever I'm reading for. If you're not aware of a karmic situation, what would karma be that you are not recognizing? Karmic, in this reading, because it's very general, could mean it's a karmic cycle. It's something that you are replaying over and over again in your life, in lifetimes, maybe 1,000 years. This is replaying itself. It could also mean that it is a karmic partner that you are tied to in a relationship with. It could also mean that your lover could be tied to a karmic partner. Okay, but this is an energy here where it's a lesson, and you're supposed to learn and let go of this to get rid of this karmic situation. You have to conquer the devil. Because what is facing you right now? What is crossing you right now? What is on your mind right now? What is that Nine of Swords? It is the devil. Okay? And yes, it can be a Capricorn energy. But we have Cancer, which is the Queen of Cups, and she rules the moon, which is ruling Cancer. This is a Cancer card, and this is a Capricorn card. This is the first, this is the 7. This is a 1-7 couple. This is the energy of soulmates. And we had soulmates because of the devil and the Lover's card. So Gemini, you are dealing with someone that, yes, believe it or not, you were fated to meet and be with. Now, you should already know that. Well, why are you having so many problems then? And that's what you're asking me. First is your mental attitude. To believe that you're meant to be with someone and that automatically equals no problems. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. If it's fated, it should be easy, is a very human way of thinking. And a lot of humans like to think that way. They like to believe that if it's fate, or if it's divine, or if it's godlike, if it's spiritual-like, it should be easy, the path of least resistance. That is not true. In the world that the universe lives in, there is only one law, and it is polarity. It is good and evil, night and day, positive and negative. It is light and dark. It is always 50-50. It is always a force. That is the force that creates all things. It's this balance. So the way the universe sees things is, no, actually, it's not going to be all light. It's not going to be all good. It's not going to be all easy. It's not going to be all bad either. But when the universe brings you to a relationship that is meant to help you grow as a spirit, why would they put you through this? Literally, why would they put you through a literal living hell? Why would you go through this darkness with the devil? It would be to come out of this on the other side, mature, wiser, and more balanced. Why would you need to be more balanced? Maybe in your past life, you were very unbalanced. Maybe there's a part of you that only wants the good things in life. Maybe there's a part of you that in the past only had the good things in life. Maybe there's a part of you that was stubborn and unable to grow. Maybe there's a part of you that politically was stuck in the mud. Maybe there's a part of you that relationship was stuck in the mud. Maybe there's a part of you that your career was all that mattered and you were stuck in the mud. I am sensing stubbornness here. There is a Gemini so gosh darn stubborn, you're almost immovable. You are a brick wall. You refuse to learn. There is a Gemini that refuses to learn. It doesn't matter if God knocks on that door. It doesn't matter if an angel knocks on that door. It doesn't matter if you meet a tarot card reader that knocks on that door. It doesn't matter if multiple people come and knock on your door of your mind. You're not opening the door. You're unwavering to reason. You do not want to be reasoned with. You will not even entertain for 20 minutes somebody else's thoughts, beliefs, or opinions. And that's the stubbornness that's coming from the devil. Capricorn energy. That very stubborn unwillingness to grow is why you're going through some of the karmic hell that you're going through. And this is channeling. I'm not making stories up. This is not coming from personal experience. This is coming from the channeling of this message. If you feel like your head is so stuck into the mud, like you're an ostrich, and your head is deep in the mud and you cannot see anything around you and you refuse to get up, the universe is calling you to wake up. There's a storm coming, Adra Nakshatra. Rahu is coming in to create a storm. You're meant to grow. For some people, the relationship is not going to have any way made until you politically change. Politics are coming into play because 9th and 3rd house have a lot to do with politics, just as 5th and 11th house have a lot to do with politics. They are the X in the zodiac. They are the cross. Okay? Politics are not just your politicians. Politics are belief systems, structures, governments, agencies, places of power. Your beliefs on a power system, which was the Hierophant earlier, which has a lot to do with politics, is what I think Geminis are really overwhelmed with. Who should be in power? What is power? You might be rebelling power. Yeah, even church. Thank you. Church. It's like you might be rebelling power, bucking power, or embracing power. But there is a power struggle here for Gemini. Who should have power? And I think you're learning to take a step back from your political or religious platform and look at this world through divine eyes. Because what is crossing you is a bad temper, is a cocky attitude, is a bad mouth, is stubbornness, is egotistical masculinity. And that's what's happening. And if you're a masculine, that's fine. If you're a woman in a masculine energy, that's fine. But masculinity and stubbornness is what's crossing you. Now, you could be dealing with a very stubborn Capricorn also that is, embodying all these things. But please take it both ways. It could be you, or it could be someone you're dealing with, Gemini, and it could be both. But please just take what resonates. It's the channeling that's coming in. You have to battle yourself. The devil represents the devil in you. The evil you see in the world is the evil you want to believe in. And I know that doesn't make sense. But we're not talking about you fixing the world's problems. We're talking about you fixing the world you see. The garden that you tend to. Your garden. And right now, Spirit says, do not eat of this tree. Don't eat of this tree. But you all went ahead and ate of this tree of knowledge. And now there's been egotistical cynicism. There's been anger. There's been stubborn energy. There's been hate. There's been forcefulness. There are some Geminis that want to enforce their ways on other people. And we are seeing that in the world today. People are trying to infringe and enforce themselves and their beliefs on others. And this is the devil. It is the work of the devil. And it can be used in the form of light. Illusion. The devil comes in the form of light. Illusion. He doesn't come as an evil monster. He comes as an angel of light. And when you see religions, or you see specific sides, politically taking sides, they come in the form of light. I'm doing this for the greater good. I'm believing this and taking actions in this for the greater good. But let's look at the devil in the details? What fruit is coming off of that tree? What fruit do you see? Do you see love? Do you see compassion? Do you see kindness? Do you see any works of light coming from any platform that has the power? Are you seeing any fruit fall from that tree that can show you that it is a good tree to eat from? And by tree to eat from, I mean belief system that you should take a part of. Because right now you are testing whether you're going to eat of this fruit. What is this belief system? Is it twin flame belief system? Is it religious belief system? Is it political belief system? Is it the riot beliefs? Is it the anti-riot beliefs? What is this belief system for you? I don't care. That's your business. I don't care. I really don't. But whatever this is going on for Gemini, question it, please. Don't be so stubborn that you stand in your own way from growth. Spirit wants you to take a step back away from your know-it-all attitude and see from another perspective. Okay, so that's one message. Sorry that was a big message, but that is a message for Gemini, and it's because Rahu is there. and because the eclipse, and because what's happening with this nakshatra. It's a raging war. And we're going to be seeing riots and drama till we get out of this era and out of these eclipses and out of this Rahu Ketu alignment. When it shifts, we're going to get the hell out of here. But every time, like clockwork, Rahu and Ketu get in Gemini and Sagittarius, every single time in all the world's history, riots happen. So I just want you to know that. This is the energy we're in. And we're meant to learn a lesson from it because Ketu and Rahu come to teach us about this. And how many times do we need to relearn it, or how many times can we overcome this? It's all about that spiritual testing. I think really it's, where does your heart lie? And if you've noticed, even in the tarot world, it's kind of under fire the same way. People are taking sides with belief systems in the tarot community. Channels are opening or closing. People are voicing opinions. It's not all by accident. It is by the astrological transitions and placements. It's not just because somebody got a wild hair under their butt. It is the energy of the universe. As above, so below. So don't be surprised that everyone's in this energy. And a lot of you guys are going to get tired of this. I have. I posted something on my community channel where it said, take a social media detox. And I do strongly believe in that. Get out in nature. Go camping for a week. Just get out. We all, as a light worker collective group, need to detach ourselves from our belief systems, from our religious points of views, our political points of views. We have to get away from it right now, and that's because we are so much of the fighters. We really want to throw ourselves under the bus. And you're going to throw yourself on your sword, your own sword. You're going to put a sword out there to fight, and you're going to fall on your own sword because no one's going to listen, especially with Mercury in retrograde. Nobody's listening. Nobody cares what you have to say about your political beliefs. Go on any Facebook. I challenge you to go on anybody's Facebook today. You're going to get one of two groups. You're going to get the people that post everything about cats and dogs and love with comments saying, defriend me if you want, I just don't want to get involved, basically. And then you're going to get the opposite. You're going to get people that are completely blasting their views. 50 posts a day, maybe. Just about their beliefs and this and that, and this is what I believe, and this is what I... You know what? Don't talk about it, be about it. There's a lot of people that talk a lot of shit that do nothing. And those are the do-nothingers. That's what I call them, the do-nothingers. You think that you're doing something by, posting a post? Do you know how many people read it? Probably like 5, and it's going to be your grandma and your cousin and your brother. You know what I mean? Are you really going to touch lives? That's not helping. I would suggest if you have to put something out there, maybe 1 post for the day. That would catch more attention and get more looks than 50 continuous posts. We are feeding the beast. A lot of us are feeding the beast, whether it's anti-social, anti-political, or pro this, pro that. You're feeding the beast. The beast is the multimedia, all the news stations. The only reason things are talked about right now is because they talked about it first. No one here is a way paver, a way maker, a leader. We are all like little drones here, little pawns in a game. And they bring up a topic and they get us talking. I, for one, don't want to be perceived as a kindergartner at a kindergarten table where the teacher brings out the paint and says, we're going to paint frogs today. And then all the kids are painting frogs. That's what the media does to you. They bring up a topic, sit you down at your little table, and say, okay, this is the topic of the day. You guys go at it. Have your discussions, talk. Act like you're thinking things on your own. You're not. You're being enslaved. And you're being enslaved around their neck. So Spirit wants Geminis to detach because it's natural for a Gemini, probably even with the Sagittarius rising, to naturally want to be heavily into this war that everything is happening right now. And Spirit wants you to listen to flutes, to rain, to birds, to the wind. Spirit wants you to hear children laughing. Spirit wants you to get into the water and start splashing around and feel the sun on your back and feel the sun on your face. Spirit wants you to get back in touch with this earth. And you know why you need it? Because you're being bombarded with information. Bombarded. And Gemini, you are being attacked. Your sign is being attacked because Rahu is attacking you. At the same time, there's good things happening. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. With Rahu in your sign, like I said, you have a rise to fame and a rise to wealth. Money and fame is going to come easy for Geminis right now. But it comes with a price, doesn't it? Sometimes you get so much money, you don't know what to do with it, and you find out you're spending on a bunch of crap you don't need. Sometimes you get so much fame that now you don't have any peace. So Spirit is challenging you. In the face of a dragon, which is Rahu, he is the head and the face of the dragon snake. In the face of Rahu, your dragon, of this demon, of this devil, of this dark entity that is meant to instill fear, that is meant to instill that Nine of Swords, anxiety, rejection, all these dark thoughts, which makes you want to fight because Gemini wants to go out and fight. Spirit's challenging you to find your Zen. Where's your Zen? And that's why you're coming in the Queen of Cups. You do know you want to return to water. Water, salt water, is going to detox you and heal you. And that's what your body's telling you you need. You need water, you need rest, and you need detox. And that's what I think you're going to be doing. And you are facing the devil. In a relationship aspect, like I said, I do think if this is in your 7th house especially, or your Venus, Jupiter for husband or wife. Well, excuse me, not wife. Venus is wife, Jupiter is husband. Okay. Mars for a male-on-male same-sex relationship. But Gemini, wherever you are, whatever planets are with you, in a relationship, if we're going to talk about love for a minute, you're facing the most difficult karmic person you've ever had to face. To the date. To this date. This could be your karmic lover. It could be a karmic cycle with a lover, a divine lover, or it could be a third-party karmic that is acting like the devil. But you are facing this devil, honey. Are you going to win? I don't know. Let's see what's going on. What happened in your past? 7 of Cups. Choices. Player. This is Scorpio kind of energy. Also Cancer energy again. In your past, you dealt with someone that treated you like an option or an object. I also feel they cheated on you. I mean, it could be that you cheated on them. Keep in mind it's reversible. But there was some definite cheating. And it was with more than one person. There were some cheating times that you'll never even know about. This person cheated on you while they were working. This person cheated on you on the internet The times that you caught this person was nowhere near the times that they actually did it. This person didn't just cheat on you, this person betrayed you. Your trust. They went behind your back. They said things, they did things behind your back that you wouldn't even imagine that they did. This was a dark time. And in your past, faithfulness was not on the agenda. Let's clarify this energy. Self-indulgence, focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. And didn't we get that earlier? We talked about the need to have self-worth, love who you are, believe that you are worthy. I'm going to tap into your subconscious now and say there is a deep down part of you that does not believe you are worthy of real faithful love. And a lot of you have just believed men and women are who they are. And this is just something that happens. And no relationship is perfect. And you got to take the good with the bad. And every relationship has drama like this. And you get over it and you overcome it. And part of you in the subconscious wants to say that that's okay. But it's not. Fuck no, it's not. It's not okay. And so this is what your karmic lesson has taught you, that some of this shit was okay. And what you're having to deal with is your shadow side, this devil, that you're worth more than that. You're worth gold. You're worth commitment. There are good guys and good girls out there that do not act like complete backstabbing betrayers. But maybe that's been your only experience. Maybe all you've experienced as of late has been a group of these kinds of energies. And collectively, you're making a decision that this is just what happens, and you've lowered your standards. Your expectations now went from being very high to very low. And it's almost like you're going to tolerate a broke ass or a drunk ass or a cheater or a user. Do you think you're worth that? And there's some guys out there that have money. They have a good heart. They want to marry someone. They want to have children. They want to celebrate anniversaries. They're good guys. But you know where they get twisted? They only want that with a picture-perfect woman. With a woman that has the pop bottle curves. With a woman that has the bank account. With a woman that has the lips, the eyes, the boobs, the butt, the car, the smarts. They only want to accept it in a specific form. So really, you're only good with strings attached. And I'm not saying you should change your perspective of what a good girl is, but I'm saying this is the devil. This is your shadow side. And you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself because you are alone. And the more you wait, you will become overweight, miserable, alone, and you will keep projecting loneliness because you keep wanting an illusion. It doesn't exist. And I don't want to be the one to tell you it doesn't exist, because I'm sure there is beautiful girls out there that want that. But when you have a mind frame that has more control over you than the universe, then the devil is always going to tease you. And until you release the control over how it must be, then the universe can start putting opportunities in front of you and you can choose. because there may be a very fine print that you're missing here. Maybe Spirit wants to give you a brunette instead of a blonde. And she has beautiful boobs, eyes, body, and bank account. But you were out there looking for a blonde. And maybe Spirit's going to introduce you to a brunette. Would it be that terrible? She can dye her hair. I don't know, but I'm saying take the blinders off. Take the goggles off, because the universe is trying to bring you a soulmate, and they're not going to come in the package that you think they're going to come in. And for women, it's the same thing. Thank you, Eddie C. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And for women, it's the same thing. You may be having your mind on a 30-something, dark hair, blue-eyed, body built, big bank account, sports car driving, you know, gorgeous Banana Republic suit wearing God. And you want him to look like that. Or you want him to look like that guy on Crazy Stupid Love. What was his name? I forgot. He was on The Notebook too. You know who I'm talking about. Ryan something, or I don't know. Whatever. You know, you have a specific way you want guys. Don't do that to yourself. You might be cutting yourself short. Okay? Spirit may want to bring you a 45-something man that isn't 6'3", that maybe he's 5'9" or 5'11", and he is very good looking, but he wasn't what you were looking for, but he has all the qualities you were looking for. But you're overlooking that because you're looking at a specific personality and desire. Thank you, Elizabeth Acosta. Oh, I love you. Thank you. So you know what I mean? I'm not going to give you all the different examples, but I am going to say, you know, this self-worth is very weird for you, because at one place you have standards. In the other place, you have low standards. There's a lack of balance here. Meaning, you'll take what looks like the package you want, but it doesn't act like it. And so you try to create it to be what you want it to be, which is the magician that we got earlier. And what does that mean, Steph? It means, guys, you're going to get a girl that looks the way you want her to look, says she's what you want, portrays that she has all the qualities. But when you get with her, she's not showing you the goods. She's not showing you that that is who she is. She is an illusion, a temptation. And instead of you walking away and going to get better, you tell yourself, this is the best I can get. She meets my expectations. So I'm lucky that I found her. I'm lucky that God brought her to me. I'm going to make this work. Even though she doesn't want marriage, or she's bucking me, or she's using me for thousands of dollars every month, or every time we talk, she wants money, or every time, you know, we get in communication, she doesn't want to reach out to me, only on certain occasions. You're trying to make it work, and you're hurting yourself in the process. And this is the devil, the illusion. He says, but hey fellas, I brought you the girl of your dreams. I brought you the person you were seeking. I brought you this person. Can't you see? Can't you see what I brought you? I mean, this is divine. It's going to get better. It's going to work. And so you stay and you try to fight and make this work. Maybe she'll quit asking me for money. Maybe once I buy that house, or give her the green card, or send her overseas, or pay off her college tuition, or buy her that car, or give her that diamond ring she wants, maybe then she'll suddenly snap out of it and fall madly in love with me. It's not going to happen that way. That's the karmic cycle you have to break. Spirit wants to give you someone good. The devil wants to give you the illusion of someone good. Do you see the difference? Okay. And ladies, it's the same. I don't have to go into a deep description of that. But you will meet someone that looks a specific way. You can picture yourself in family portraits with them. You can picture yourself on vacations. You feel like you are two peas in a pod. You feel like this is the most great dad you've seen him be with his other kids or with other people's kids. Oh, that's the guy for me. You see him aspiring to be this entrepreneur, this money maker. You see him showing up in nice clothes and a fast car, whatever. You're like, wow, this is the guy. But it's not. It's the illusion. And the devil has come to fool you, to keep you trapped. Why would he keep you trapped in a karmic cycle with this person? Because he wants you to believe that you don't deserve better. This is the best I'm going to get. It's the best I'm going to get. I'm not going to get no better. I'm 40 years old, or I'm 50 years old, or whatever. Or maybe I'm, whatever your story is. You might tell yourself, I'm not going to get any better than this. This is the prime. This is it. If I want this to work, I got to make this work. Don't sell yourself out. Don't sell yourself short. That's your past. This is what you're having to conquer with this damn devil, is that belief system. Okay? Let's look at what you're dealing with presently. See if I can move that. Okay. What are you dealing with presently? Two of Swords, the decision. Very important. Gemini trait, Gemini energy right there. 5 of Cups, sorrow, heartbreak, rejection, regrets, remorse, guilt, shame, pain, all of the above. You name it, it breaks your heart. You name it, it's right here in that card. The next one, Ace of Cups. A healing, a new beginning. I love it. This is good. This is positive. Now we're getting somewhere. I see the decision now. Now I know why I pulled 3 cards. You have a choice, Gemini. 5 of Cups or Ace of Cups. Very simple. That is your choice right now. That's what you're dealing with. Because what you think about, you bring about. What you feel becomes real. What you speak into your world is going to create and manifest in front of you. You have to believe it to see it. You don't have to see it to believe it. And so, here's your decision. Here's your choice. I'm going to put that here in the middle, actually. What do you want? Do you want to sit over here in regret and sorrow and sadness? There's just so much pain. The Ardra Nakshatra, the storm, Rahu, jacking with you, all this pain and sadness that overtakes you emotionally, drowning you. Or do you want new love? And Gemini, I think you want new. I do. I think you want to get the hell out of this karmic cycle. You want to get out of this. Now, I'm not saying the person you're with is your karmic, although it could be. But I am saying it's one of 2 things. They are either karmic or it's a karmic cycle with a divine person. And either way, it's got to go, doesn't it? One of the other's got to just leave. And I think you should just cut your ties, cut your losses with someone that you've been really putting stuff into. And this kind of goes against my teaching and kind of goes against my belief in healing and restoration and deep divine relationships. But listen to what I'm saying. If you cut this nonsense off and you tell the devil, I'm building a wall between you and me, and you will not cross this barrier, you're not welcome here, then he's going to stop coming around with his bullshit. And it also means that your divine partner will stop coming around with their bullshit. So it's all good. The devil's going to leave. The karmic drama's going to leave. The karmic's going to leave. Or all the bad things in your life are going to leave. And you're going to have room for something new, which is a divine epiphany and ultimate healing. But it's all that decision. Let's see the future. The moon, Cancer energy again. You could be really getting into a relationship with a Cancer, or you are a Gemini, Cancer, cusper person. You know, maybe you're Gemini, Vedic, Cancer, tropical, but even if you're seeing someone, this could be a Pisces, Scorpio also. I'll give you that. But the moon is here for your future. And that means deep emotions and subconscious. Put your seatbelts on, because I do feel like you're going to go on a bumpy ride. Because the moon moves in cycles. It waxes and it wanes. And I feel like that's your emotions. You're on a boat and you are in a storm, which is Ardra Nakshatra. And you are in a storm because of Rahu there with you. So you do need to be ready that you're in a storm, and what's in your future is a storm. And it's an emotional storm. Again, choices. This is a spiritual testing. The two pyramids represent a pathway, a doorway. And in the middle of it is the moon. This is a door to the subconscious. Hypnotism, subconscious energy. Another realm. You're going to another realm in your future. I do feel that you're going to dive into meditation. You're going to dive into the water. Again, water's going to be big for you. You are diving deep. And now I'm thinking of Ralph Smart with deep divers. And that's what I'm seeing, deep divers with Ralph Smart. You're going to be diving so deep into your subconscious, into your feelings, into your thoughts. You're going to change. This is a metamorphosis with the moon. The moon goes in cycles. It changes. You're changing. A lot of you are going to be getting into your ancestry from your mother's side. I think you're going to be looking into your mother's ancestry. Grandma, of course, and so on and so on. Your mom's dad. You know what that is? It's actually really weird. Ketu is the mother's side of the family. Your history from your mother. Rahu is your father's, your paternal ancestry. And it's funny because Rahu's with you. You think you'd be going into paternal energy. But I feel the opposite here. I feel like you're going to fall down from this Rahu energy, go down the snake's body to the bottom where Ketu is, where it's safe in the subconscious. And I think you're going to be diving around into your mother's side of the family. I do think that you're going to connect there with someone from her side. Maybe you're going to be connecting deeply to your mother at this time. But in your future, I see you and your mother going on a very spiritual journey. Whether it's subconscious or conscious, you and your mother may hold hands in this subconscious or conscious journey. It could be in the dream world. It could be in the physical world. But it is in deep spiritual connection. And I feel you're going to go there on a journey. And for a lot of you guys, even more so than that message, I feel like Geminis, male and females, are going to dive into their divine feminine. Your own divine feminine self. Very, very, very deep. You may meet your divine feminine self. You will see what you look like in spirit form. That could be a phoenix rising. That could be a sea turtle. That could be a star. That could be a mermaid. That could be a goddess. That could be whatever you think this divine feminine form could be. But I think you are going to meet your divine feminine self in a spiritual journey. And maybe you're going to paint this image or sketch it. Maybe you've already met her and you have an image of her in your mind, but you're going to explore her further And male or female doesn't matter. There's a divine feminine energy that you're going to meet in the subconscious. And I think you should get it out there in art or paper or poetry or musical, or just written word. Poems are going to come from this. A lot of poetry, a lot of art, and a lot of tears and emotion. There's going to be some deep healing and a lot of crying with this deep healing. Okay? How do you view yourself? Ha! Why am I not surprised? Empress. You're like, excuse me, Steph, I am the divine feminine. Who you talking about? Who you thought you talked? Who did you think you were talking to? I am the Empress. I am the divine feminine. Male or female makes no difference. Gemini, how you view yourself is number one, very highly. You hold yourself in high esteem. So why are you suffering from low self-esteem? You see? Don't bullshit me on the tarot because I already see it. On one Gemini face, the other mask is I am the Empress. I am wise and all-knowing. I am mature. I am strong. I am the entrepreneur. I am safe. I am the boss. I am whole. I am one. I am strong. I am infinite. I am powerful. I am gold. I am valuable. That is one mask. The other mask is this issue. The little girl inside, the little boy inside that suffers from self-worth issues, has a hard time appreciating themselves. This is why Geminis have a tug of war. In one time of your life, you're feeling completely whole. In another time of your life, you're feeling completely lost. And you go through this battle. A lot of Geminis, you view yourself as creative, artistic, psychic, intuitive, reborn, powerful, master manifester. A lot of you guys think you have the power of manipulation. You have the power of telepathy. You have the power of insight, influence. You have the power, magical abilities. This is magic. So a lot of you guys are very confident with all of these gifts. And the way you see yourself and view yourself is, I am this. A lot of you guys view yourselves as the nurturer and the caretaker, the bringer of life, mothers. In a love relationship, you view yourself as their mother. Did you know that? Were you aware that you see yourself as your lover's mother? And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You view yourself as that person's mom. And it doesn't mean that you're imagining you gave birth to them. It means that you think you have to take care of them. You think that you have to feed them, nurture them, clothe them, provide for them, teach them, heal them, grow them, support them in all ways. Is that good or bad? I'm going to let you guys answer that question. I'm not going to judge you on that. But that is how you view yourselves. Let's go into how they view you. 10 of Wands, the burden. I'm going to get my microphone close and tell you this. How many of you guys enjoy your mom telling you what you need to do, how you need to fix yourself, what you need to do to better yourself? Does anybody here want to raise their hands and say you are one of those people that really enjoy your mom coming into your home and telling you how to be? Or correcting and criticizing you? Because I love my mom, but I do not love that. I do not love that. I do not like my mom telling me how to parent. And I do not like my mom telling me how to eat, what to drink, how my house should be, what I'm thinking, where I need to go, what I should do with my life. Those are nice ideas, but if she becomes overbearing to where if I don't agree with her, she might have a fit, or she might get angry, or she might hold a grudge, or she might get mad and leave. That creates problems. So anyways, whether your person feels you're like their mom or not, it looks like your person feels like you are a burden. And sometimes it is hard to self-criticize. I tend to view myself in a very positive, high form. I think I'm kind and patient, understanding. I think that I am loving and kind and nurturing. I think that I am one of good ideas, but maybe my kids or other people have a different opinion. Hi, sweetie.
I was wondering if I could go to the pool in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wrap up your toe.
Can I go alone or?
I would like your sister to go.
Alright.
Okay, wake her up.
What time will you take us on that?
I'm sorry, not wake her up. I'll pick her up. I'll pick you up at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay? Or you guys can just walk home, but set your alarm.
Although I might prefer being picked up, but okay.
Okay.
Alright, love you, Mom.
Well, love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry, they wanted to go to the pool. Okay. So anyways, where was I going with this? So this is the opinion others have of you. Gemini. Other people think that you're overbearing, that you're a burden. Okay? This could be your lover, this could be your children, this could be your friends and family. This is just how other people think of you. And I did specifically want to know how your partner views you, Gemini. They view you as someone that is a problem, that causes a lot of pain, but also relief. They know you're telling them the right way, but it may be in an overbearing kind of way. They view you as, plain and simple, the words written on this card, the burden. Now, yes, in the picture we have Jesus holding a man who has a hammer and was part of the cross, putting Jesus on the cross. He crucified. He had a part in putting down his Savior. Your partner is, in essence, nailing you to the cross. They see you as a heavy cross to carry. They are putting you on that cross. They're saying, you, Gemini, are a burden. You are a pain. But you are trying to help. You're trying to heal. You're trying to be Jesus, the Savior, not the burden. But this is how your person is viewing you. Even though you're coming in trying to save them, trying to help them, trying to fix them, trying to help them grow, trying to relieve burdens off of their back. And even in essence, you're trying to take burdens from them, because that's what mothers do, male or female. This Empress, these mother energies are saying, give me your burdens. Give me your burdens and I'll carry them. But in essence, you're making more work for them. Because by doing your kids' homework, what are they learning? By doing your kids' chores, how are they bettering themselves? They're not. By taking care of your divine partner and doing the healing for them, or carrying their burdens for them, or how do you say, like, where you do things for people, you enable them? How are you helping them? And so we have a classic case here for Gemini. We have the enabler, and we have the lazy person, which is the devil energy also. And so you're just biting off more than you can chew, Gemini. And instead of blaming your divine partner for putting you through this living hell, look at yourself on the shadow side and say, why have I come to this? How did I come to the place where I'm carrying other people's burdens, and instead of them saying thank you, I'm getting the F you? Instead of having a I appreciate you, I'm hearing I'm a burden. How did I get to this place? And this is that deep reflection with the moon. This is going within. This is where Spirit really wants you to start peeling away the layers of your life and saying, I know you have good intentions. I know you have good intentions, but why are you putting yourself through this for others? Is it really because you're loving? Or is there a deeper issue? Is it maybe because you have some self-worth issues? Let's talk about that. Let's look at that. Is that a possibility? Don't be too proud. Sit down. Is this a possibility? Is it possible that, yes, you're loving and kind, but beyond that lies an insecurity issue? Beyond that lies you feel forced to take care of other people. And how did you get there? Why are you going through this? Is it possible that maybe at the age of 6 or 7, you felt responsible for your siblings, if you had any? Is it possible that you were blamed for your siblings' behaviors? And so you naturally, as a young child, started doing things for them to avoid getting prosecution, or to avoid, getting put down or pressured, to avoid getting in trouble. You started sticking up for other people. Are you that person in school that took the blame and the fall for others? Let's just go back there. Is it junior high? Is it high school? When was it? When was it that you took the blame for someone doing something wrong? Was it a cousin? Was it school? Who was this? Sibling? And so when you go back further and you're like, okay, obviously I've taken the fall for many people, and I'm causing my own suffering. I'm carrying my own cross. They didn't push it on me. I picked it up. And that moment of recognition, of clarity, where all of a sudden this madness makes sense, and you're like, holy crap, it's not that I'm a victim. It's that I'm doing this to me. These are my choices. This is what's going on with me. It's not them. It's me. I'm allowing it. I'm doing this. There you go, Corianne. Self-sacrificing. It's me. It's not them. And that is the epiphany, right? The Ace of Cups. The healing. I get it now. Holy crap. There's a deeper, with the moon, there's a deeper meaning to what I'm going through. It's not just my experiences at a conscious level. It's my subconscious magnetism. I am attracting these things to me because I have not dealt with these inner demons. And they're still lurking. And they've affected me in my love life. And they've affected me in the life of relationships with other people. And it is a constant effect. And now I'm learning that I do have some inner child or some inner issues that need some attention here. It's not just my focus on helping other people solve their problems. I have problems. And a lot of times, Gemini, because you are the resolution and the problem solver, you tend to want to solve other people's problems. And 9 times out of 10, you disregard your own problems. You might be struggling with money, but you're helping someone fix their credit and move their money up. But you're struggling. You might need someone, you're trying to help them with their shadow side and their karma, but when's the last time you worked on yours? You might be helping someone move or fix their car, but you're running around on a hoopsie that needs new oil every week. Again, it's hurting yourself to help others, and that seems very altruistic. It seems very, give your all and be a good person, but really what are you doing? You're throwing yourself on your own sword. You're falling, you're carrying your own cross, you're creating your own burdens, you're creating your own dramas, you're putting yourself through a living hell under the illusion that it's other people that are hurting you, when the illusion is it's not, it's you. You're hurting you. There is a mirror. And if you look in that Gemini mirror, wave hi to yourself over there and go, you, hey you in the mirror, yeah you, Gemini. You're making me feel certain kinds of ways, and I'm done with that. I need to resolve these issues. The reason I don't have what I want in my life is because what I'm thinking, what I'm telling myself, what I'm speaking. There are some words you should never say. I'm a failure. I can't. I'm tired. It's impossible. I tried. I can't. All these different things. Don't speak that into existence. You are the magician and the manifester of your universe. And what you say and you believe, it will become those things. And one of the things we have to be careful of is this moon, that even our subconscious plays a part. You know, we're on automatic a lot of the day. That's why I say detox from social medias. What you watch on television, what you hear on radio. Sometimes you just zone out and all of these messages are coming in, these subconscious messages of powerlessness, fear, lack, all these things. You might feed your brain unhealthy things, which affects your subconscious. You might catch yourself watching people walking across your street, having a good day, and you are subconsciously telling yourself, I wish I had that. Look at how nice that couple is. I wish I had that. Look at that nice couple at the grocery store. I wish I had that. Believe it or not, those little thoughts are creating lack. The universe is saying, well, let's give her or him more wishes. Wish, wish, wish. You wish you had it, but you don't have it. You wish you had it, but you don't have it. You would like that, but you don't have it. You would like what they have, but you can't have it because you don't have that kind of a job. And the universe is going to keep giving you these thoughts. And so, Gemini, you're realizing, damn, I've been my own enemy. I've been my own worst enemy. And I'm going to defeat that beast today, not yesterday. Today. Today's the day. I don't care about what coulda, shoulda, woulda been. I'm not too late. I didn't miss the boat. I didn't have an opportunity yesterday and I missed it. I have the opportunity today, now. And I'm going to do it. And that's what's happening. You're facing your shadow side. You're facing the devil in Gemini's self. And so, what are your hopes, honey? Yay! You got the star card, the card that literally means hope. I love you and I love this card. Way to go, Gemini. You are absolutely hopeful and optimistic that there is going to be divine healing in your life and in your relationships. You absolutely believe that you are going to be awakened fully, hear the call, and be completely restored and healed. You believe that your body is not going to age, it is going to become younger and healthier. You believe that your finances are not going to get worse, they're going to improve and become better. You believe that life is going to improve. Things are going to change in a happy direction, in a good direction. You have very strong optimistic beliefs that things are turning around for the better. And that is a beautiful, wonderful card to have in this position. And do I think you're going to get what you want? Yes, because if you believe it, you will achieve it. That's what I believe. And if you speak it, it will become that. And it is so. And so it shall be. Doesn't that just feel good to believe your life is what you want right now? To shake off those doubts, those fears, those illusions, that damn devil, which is a monkey on your back, the coulda, shoulda, woulda beens, the didn't happens, the pain, the suffering, the loss. Screw all of that. That's yesterday and that is gone. Today is a new day and this devil is gone. So you are casting out this devil. You are casting out these fears. You are casting out these illusions and these problems that kept you in the ground, in the dirt, feeling like you were dragging through life, not soaring in the clouds where you belong. So let's see what Spirit thinks overall in what's crowning your reading. Ah, 10 of Pentacles. I love it. Legacy. Yes, yes. So what's crowning your reading? Spirit says, honey, Gemini, it is whatever you want it to be. You are going to have a legacy, my love. You are going to have riches beyond your wildest dreams, security. You are going to have a tight family. You're going to have stability in your life. You are going to have that wonderful commitment with a partner that values you, that treats you with respect, that gives you what you deserve. You are going to create life to last for generations of good, healthy happiness for your lineage, for your children's children. Okay? Bottom of the deck, the card that fell is Love Call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So let's dive into the positive here for your energy, Gemini. The Lover's card, bottom of the deck, overall energy. There is a soulmate, divinely orchestrated. Ace of Cups, this is true love. This is a new love that's coming into your life. This is a new beginning. This is new happiness. This is joy. This is relief. This is peace. This is healing. This is an epiphany. This is a moment of ultimate healing. And it's coming and it's happening within the next 4 weeks. Spirit says your finances are increasing. Like I said, a rise to fame, a rise to fortune. You are not only getting all the things you want materialistically that you desire, but you are also getting ultimate healing. And might I add, freedom from this damn devil on your back. You are free from this. If you will it, it will be yours. Let's see what's happening in your outcome. Queen of Pentacles. You bet your butt, Gemini. Look at that. This is your outcome, honey. Yes, this is beautiful. You will be prosperous. You will be abundant. You will be healthy, mind, body, and soul. You will be grounded and tethered to this earth in a good, healthy way, meaning you are one with Mother Earth, with Divine Feminine. You are spiritual, peaceful, loving, one with nature being. You will have mastered the art of meditation. You will have mastered the art of literal manifestation in the physical realm. You will have mastered what it takes to run a business and to work on your own, to create wealth, health, and happiness. You, in the outcome, will get what you need to be above and beyond stable. Gemini, what I see literally for many of you, and of course it won't apply to all of you, but at least many of you, is business ownership. Gemini is going to come into a business ownership. Whether it is online, whether it's a physical place in a building somewhere, or whether it's a travel stand that you take with you, whatever this is, your ideas are going to be flowing. You're welcome, OG. I love you. So you're flowing and you're prosperous and you're abundant. This is what Spirit has in mind for you. Queen of Pentacles is also married, happy. She's a nurturer and a giver, and she is this Empress's daughter. You already see yourself as the Empress, the Divine Feminine. Keep believing in that. Even though other people think you are burdensome and overwhelming on them, let that go. Let that go. They can have and perceive these opinions, and it should be nothing to you. It's sad that they see you as a burden because you're really trying to be a help. But keep in mind, too much is a burden. Sometimes too much of a good thing is no good. Too much love, no good. Too much spoiling, no good. Too much leniency, no good. It's good to have balance. And I did see that down here with the Temperance card under Karmic. You do need to restore some balance, some peace, some harmony. You have a very giving, loving heart, Gemini. You just want to give to the world. A lot of the time because you had lack. A lot of you Geminis grew up with lack. A lot of you Geminis didn't have enough. And you want to make sure anyone that you come into contact with has more than enough. You want to be that fountain of abundance, and you want to give, and that is healthy. And if you are giving to your children, rise them up. You are going to be giving to your children. You are going to leave them a legacy, a business, real estate, something that they will have for the rest of their lives, even when you pass on. You are working on leaving something behind, leaving a legacy. And it doesn't mean you have to be rich and famous, but it does mean that you're going to leave something here on this earth for your children's children to have. You're creating this security. So I feel very happy that you guys have finally found that strength and overcome so much of your trials and tribulations from your history and past of lack. And it did start in childhood, and you are going to have to do some inner child healing. And I'm sure you already know that. But you are going to get that healing. Let's dive in just a little bit more on what this Ten of Wands energy is for you with your person, just to get a little more insight from your lover.
Mommy,
Yes?
I want to come too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll come later.
No, I want to come.
Do you know where my turtle is?
It was in the hallway,
I wanna
deflated, or
come.
it's by the fireplace. Okay, I'll take you there in a minute. Thanks for letting him know, guys.
We didn't. He was following us everywhere.
Okay. All right. We're gonna have fun too. We're gonna have fun too. I will take you.
Mommy, your car's gonna be gone.
No, it's not.
Well, we can't go.
Okay, well, I'm almost done. So what your lover thinks about you, Gemini, is number 4. You are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. They see you as powerful. There's a unicorn, there's a woman, there's a peacock, there's fairies, there's 2 swans, which represent soulmates and twin flames. Your person sees you as a person that can do anything you put your mind to. And there is a little jealousy. There's a little jealousy because they see how powerful you are as a manifester, as a magician. So they are intimidated. Okay, they don't have that kind of gumption that you have. They don't have that kind of mindset where if you put your mind to it and you will it, it will be yours. They don't have that kind of mindset, but they know that you do. And so there is a little jealousy here between you and your person. And they wish they had that because they always, I feel like they're a negative Nelly or a Debbie Downer. I feel like they're always on the negative. They always try to throw a negative or throw a wrench into a dream or a situation. And you're the one always speaking positivity. You're the one with optimism, right? With the star card. You're the one saying, no, this is what's going to happen. This is what can happen. This is what I believe. And they're like, no, that's not realistic. No, that can't happen. They're always putting a burden into a positive situation. And you're like, I'm trying to help you manifest here. And then again, they're feeling like you're the burden. And it's like you're a burden because you're a constant reminder to them of their lack. You're a reminder to them that they are not as positive as they should be. And you are a reminder to them that anything is possible. And a lot of them don't want to believe that. They want to believe that the only thing that happens in your life that's worth anything or is any good is through hard work. And you just don't see it that way. You see life in a magical way. You see life through magical eyes. You see life as anything's possible. That if you will it, it will be yours. That you can make something happen by believing in it. And you want them to feel that way. You want them to see that way, but they just haven't. Bottom of the deck here, the way your person feels about you is acts as if your partner is here. I'm sorry, not acts. Act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. And I love that. This is beautiful. Because in this particular reading, and I don't always say it in every reading, but sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. And only when you're trying to train your brain. If your brain is used to thinking single, it will keep manifesting single. If your brain wants to think like it's in a relationship, you will train it, and therefore it must be. If your brain wants to prepare for that partner, it will be. Okay. I love you. 6 o'clock. Be back here at 6 o'clock.
Okay. It might rain, so we might be here earlier than 6.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Hey, do you guys have the key? Hang on real quick, guys. You guys have the pool key.
Yeah, I got it.
bring you some chips. I will. Let me hang up with them, okay? Okay. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Had to send them off with some chips and drinks for the pool. Okay. Let's see what time it is. Oops, how long have I been on this thing? 2:28. Okay. So anyways, I was at how your partner views you. Okay. They are a little jealous because they're jealous of your optimism. But the underall energy of the relationship between you guys is act as if your partner is already here. Now, Gemini, if you're already in a marriage or a relationship, do you always take your partner into consideration? And I think that might be an issue for you. Maybe you're not always taking them into consideration. Maybe sometimes you still view yourself from a single perspective. Try to act as one with your person. Involve their thoughts and feelings. This is going to create that energy of balance. Because sometimes when you're married, it can be the point where you guys have different opinions and you don't want to value theirs. The best way is to think of them and they'll think of you. If you consider this, say, you know what, husband, you always think that whatever I say is wrong. You believe that my opinion is nothing, that it doesn't have any value, that whatever I say you have to interrupt and you're always right and I'm wrong. If you're telling yourself that and you believe that, remember, this is your inner child issue too from your past. If you believe that, then your spouse is going to start performing that way. And you're going to see it because you believe it. If you start seeing this in a different light and you start valuing your husband's opinion, and even if they have an opinion on yours, if you listen instead of always waiting to talk, because Gemini, you know you like to wait to talk. Let's admit that about ourselves, okay? Half the time you listen, you can do two things at once. You're listening, but you're also in your other Gemini brain thinking of what to say next. Let's not play. We know that's the truth. Let's stop that. Okay, move on. But if you quit doing that and you actually just fully listen and let your person know and you value their opinion and you see where they're coming from and you pretend that you're them for 30 seconds, that you are them, you're going to start to find your brain balancing things out. And you're going to find that they're going to give you the equal respect. Remember, what we think about, we bring about. What we believe, we start to see. And if you believe things about yourself, that you're not valuable, that you're not worthy, that your opinion is less than, that's what you're going to see in your relationship. I'm serious. If you believe that you are not in that position and your person does value you, you're going to see that. You're creating your own environment. And I think that's why the bottom of the deck, Spirit is saying act as if your partner is already here. Because if you are one with him or her, you can start to be balanced. And it won't be you against the other. There is no competition. There is just us. And if you're a single Gemini and you want a partner, maybe a specific partner. What is it going to take for you to start manifesting him or her? Affirmations, visualizations. Your body has to be in tune and aligned with relationship. Your room, your home, your fridge, your closet, your dresser drawers, your car, your life, your thoughts, your belief systems. You have to be aligned with another being. You have to make room so the universe can fill it up. If you have a closed door and you are single as can be and content, then that door is closed. There is no one walking in that door. It's just you and the door. You know? And if your closet's already full, there ain't no room for nobody. If your bed is too small, there's no room for nobody. If there's no nightstand on the other end, there ain't no room for nobody else's stuff, and their charger and their phone. If your decor is only for you, let's say you're a woman and your whole decor is purple, well, I really hope that your future person really loves purple. Maybe they do. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe go neutral. Maybe try to make your space neutral so you can welcome someone else. You guys ever go home hunting, house hunting, apartment hunting? And if you ever walk into somebody else's home and it's full of their clutter and they've got pictures on the fridge and their own personal effects everywhere, it's very hard to visualize yourself in that space. That's why people that stage properties make a lot of money staging, and you know, people that have apartments like to tour them empty, because you can then visualize your stuff there. You can visualize yourself in that space because it's open, because the door's open and it's welcoming a new person. But when people, if you've ever viewed a home that's for sale and there's already family in there and they don't want to move, perhaps they're renters and they're pissed off that the owner is freaking showing it, they don't have a very happy attitude, do they? They open the door, the house is a mess, it's got crazy smells going on, and there's stuff everywhere, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do everything to push you away because I don't want you here. You know, I've been there, believe me, I've been there. So, you know, working in real estate, that stuff happens. But anyways, like I'm saying, if you go to a space that is welcoming and open, you're going to want to live there. And it's the same with the universe and the energy of calling in a partner. If your space is saying welcome, welcome, and your mind and your body and your spirit is saying welcome, then they're coming. Okay, they're all coming, man. I mean, woo, you're going to be a magnet, an attraction magnet for relationships, and you're going to see so many relationships knocking down Gemini's door. It's ridiculous. Okay? But if that door's closed, ain't nobody coming knocking, everybody. Even in a marriage, if that relationship door is closed, nobody's coming to knock. There's not romance, there's not intimacy, there's not union. It's because someone has a closed door in intimacy, and that's why a lot of times in marriages it's really important to do counseling or therapy or having talks, not just about your future plans, but about your feelings. And sharing how you really feel about that person. Always look at your positive attributes and the things you would like improvement on. And Gemini, you're a master communicator. You can orchestrate these meetings. You can orchestrate these communications. You can help people communicate better. You're not a burden. So every time you think, okay, my partner thinks I'm a burden, that is true. And you're very intuitive and you're picking up on it. Your partner does feel like you're a burden. Your children maybe feel like you're a burden. Your friends, your coworkers maybe feel like you're a burden because you're smarter than them. You're wiser than them. You're a manifester more than them. You're optimistic more than them. That is a burden to so many people. It sucks to be a Gemini sometimes because you are very intelligent. You have a lot to say. You have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of resolutions to so many problems. People hate that because they don't always have that. You can come off as annoying. It happens. Don't change yourself because they have issues. Be yourself. Maybe work on your approach. Maybe if you're more of a dictator or a delegator and you're a little bit abrasive, maybe change your approach and go, well, maybe it's not what I'm saying, it's how I'm saying it. Let me change the verbiage, you should, to you could. You ever talk to somebody that changes that? And I've done a lot of sales classes, believe me when I say this. When you tell people you should do this, it comes off as a bossy command. When it comes off as you could do this, it's a suggestion. And see, Geminis play with words. Know that your words mean something. And even though your intention is not to be the bossy dictator, it can come off that way if you say a lot of you shoulds. Or if you accuse people and say you don't, or you never. They take that very powerfully from you. And it feels very painful because it's abrasive. But if you say things like, you know, it feels to me like it's this way. Or the way it's looking to me right now is this way, instead of it's always or it's never. You know, choose your words wisely. So it's not your heart, because your heart is in the right place. It's your delivery. And maybe your delivery has been a little abrasive. And that's okay. You're a powerful sign, Gemini. Powerful communicator. But you are the child communicator. And part of our karma, and I do have to admit this for all of us Geminis here, part of our karma is communication. Just like Libra's karma is relationships, meaning Libras have a lot of problems in relationships. They just do. It's their karma. Geminis, especially sons, Gemini sons, your karma is going to be communication. You are having to learn how to communicate better. So it's okay if you've been sucking at it for 30 years or 40 years. It's okay, because you are mastering your karma. You are mastering your communication. So don't feel just because you're a communicating sign that you're supposed to be an ace at it, okay? It means that that is your struggle. Your biggest struggle in life is communication. And that's communication to spirit, communication to people in relationships, communication with yourself. All forms of communication is going to be a learning process for Gemini. And that's why Spirit says meditate, have peace. Be one with the universe, be one with this earth, calm yourself. This will help you ground and think more clearly. And I think you're completely open. So things are looking really good for you, Gemini. Again, prosperity, business ownership, rise to fame and fortune. You're leaving a family legacy. You are absolutely shining bright like a diamond. You are doing very well in your journey as a soul. And the way your person sees you is you're very impressive. So don't worry about the opinions of them, because they're working through their own karma too. Don't come down too hard on yourself here. Your intentions are pure. Just work on delivery. That's all. Let's get another message about how your person feels about you guys. I'll look at the masculine perspective from the masculine madness. I just want to escape. Mine altered. They just want to escape from you sometimes. A lot of them are running from you, Gemini. And keep in mind, this is reversible. You know, if you're cross-watching for a Gemini, it can be reversible message. But it looks like the way your person feels about you, 10 of Wands is burdens. And then I just want to escape. They just want to cut this off with you. They're just feeling very overwhelmed. If you're married, it's like they don't want to argue with you. They don't even want to talk about it. They're not open to communication with you. And then we have emptiness. My bed feels empty without you. So they're feeling very distant, very alienated from you. They feel a lack of intimacy from you. Whether that's because you're married and they're staying away from you because they feel like you're a little abrasive and they don't want to engage in intimacy. Or the fact that you guys are literally separated right now. But they do feel this distance and this emptiness and this sadness and this coldness between you. Bottom of the deck is you have no idea how badly I want to taste you. They really want intimacy really badly with you. Let's get a message from them also. A lot of Virgo energy coming in here, Gemini. You could maybe be dealing with a Virgo. If you're, isolated, staying away. Okay, so I got a message, sorry. If you're looking for a commitment with an earth sign, Taurus was very strong earlier. And then Virgo and Capricorn, very strong throughout this reading. Gemini, it looks like you will marry an earth sign, and that does look like that's part of your future. I just wanted to put that out there. You might share one child with that person. But I do see that you have a future of marriage. There may be some stepchildren involved, but I do see a commitment between the Gemini and an earth sign. Anyways, another message from how your person feels about you from the masculine perspective is isolated. Staying away from people, feeling alone, and going within. Virgo energy. And crying so much over this. So they are staying away from you. Their bed is empty without you. 10 of Wands is I'm putting the burden down. The way they feel about you is they have to end things with you. A lot of you guys, if you're married, you might be going through a period of leave me alone. There's distance between you guys. You stay on that side of the bed, I'm on this side of the bed. And it's that don't touch me, don't talk to me kind of energy. But then for a lot of you that are not married, it could be complete distance. They feel like they have to separate themselves from you, that there's a breakup, that there's a separation. And I just want you to know, how do they feel about this? Terrible. They're crying, but they have to go within, and they're having to go within because they have a lot of work going on with them. They have a lot that they're having to work through. I mean, here you are working through your issues, through your delivery of communication, through your communication, through your energy here of self-worth issues. You're working through this. You have your own plate of things you have to deal with, and your soulmate, your divine lover, has their own plate to deal with. They have their own things they have to master. And so they're feeling very overwhelmed at this time. And poor you, Gemini, all you try to do is heal. Help them heal, help them deal. And Spirit's telling you that's very nice. Thank you for your intentions, but you have work to do on yourself. You have to let this person heal themselves. And that's pretty hard for Gemini to hear no, or to, to take directions. Gemini's the one to take directions, So that's kind of frustrating for you. It is. You just want to love them. You just want to love them and help them. That's like your goal, just to love people, heal people, take care of people. And, this is why you've been putting yourself on the back burner, because you've been doing this since you were like 6. You've been taking care of other people, not you. And so Spirit says, I love you, Gemini, and I love you in your heart. But it's time for you, and they'll be okay. They're going to go through their own trials and tribulations. They're going to have to face the devil themselves as well. You both are facing your devils. We're going to get through this, right? Optimism, healing, the star, new love, Ace of Cups. There's going to be a new beginning and a new birth between you guys. If you're married, this relationship is going to take a turn for the best. I mean, you guys are going to come from being partners to being best friends, to really loving each other, being passionate. And I want to help you get there. I want to help you be in love and be passionate. And it starts with that communication, that delivery, not the overbearing mothering, but the delivery of love. It comes from being a partner, not a parent. And for those of you single, wanting to welcome this person in your life, I want to help you call that person in, that soulmate. Make room in your heart, in your mind, in your life, in your body, in your soul, in your karma. Make room for this being to be a part of you, if that's what you want. And I do see that in your future. So good things are coming. There's a beautiful, happy new beginning. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to leave you on that note with this 10 of Pentacles. Finances are sweet. Couldn't be sweeter. Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, couldn't be better. You're really going to experience a time of wealth and health and happiness. This is your time to shine. Thank you, Rahu. Once we get out of this Mercury retrograde, boom, like a slingshot, you're just going to be spun forward so fast. Just you're going to be rolling, grooving and rolling on forward in this new day and age for Gemini. So it's looking really, really good. In the extended, which I will post for free because it's your birthday, I'm going to get into what this new love looks like, what this rebirth looks like in your marriage and in a new relationship. Okay, so I will post that extended with my intro and my outro soon. Okay, I'm going to leave on this note, and I'm going to give you one oracle before I go. So hang around, keep a like and subscribe if you haven't already so you can get the extended. But let's go ahead and get your oracle for the day from Ravens, Wands, Oracles. Yes, you're welcome, guys. I always give free messages for the birthdays. So Taurus, I was kind of late. You guys saw the extended for Taurus. That was posted free for you. Usually that's in my subscription, but it was free. And Gemini, I'm going to do the same thing for you with the air intro and the outro and all that good stuff, and record it and make it a nice extended for you, because I really want to take a look into this new beginning, okay? But right now, let's just go ahead and get an oracle overall for the sign of Gemini. Spirit, what message do you want to leave with Gemini? Okay. It's in reverse, and it says Destroying Angel. Wow, this is such a Gemini card. There's like, oh my God, this is nightmares. I think you have been having a lot of nightmares, some very vivid dreams, but look at that. Isn't that just creepy? Got one burning mask and then another girl here with like spider legs. It's like two masks, the Gemini, right? The two faces. And then we've got this girl here who has some kind of a staff. She's going on a journey, and then there's like a little phoenix or something landing on there. And she is brave. She is not intimidated by any means. She is a warrior. Okay, so let's just go ahead and see what this means in reverse for the sign of Gemini. Okay. So reversed, it says Freya and her witches face some truly horrifying enemies, which in your case is the devil, made all the more dangerous because they remain hidden, which is the moon, because a lot of these dark shadow sides in your life are hidden in your subconscious. Some concealed pitfalls lie in your path. So there is some concealed pitfalls. Don't be surprised if there's going to be some sudden, shocking little moments on your path of healing. Most of these things are going to be an awakening, a memory. You guys might have a sudden flashback of something that did happen when you were young, or just a painful memory you buried. It's going to come back up. It's a pitfall. Don't fall for it, though. Now is the time to stand alone. Strength comes from cooperation and cooperating with spirit. So this is, you're facing the devil. It's funny because I just watched a movie last night with my brother. What was it called? Shoot. Oh, Midnight Man. Midnight Man. And it was about your hidden, deepest, darkest fears. And you play this game and you have, like, it was weird. You had several hours, and get this, till 3:33 a.m. to play this game. Or the Midnight Man was going to come and get you and, you know, make aware your deepest fears and kill you that way. So there's some subconscious coming. Okay, thank you. So anyways, maybe you've seen that movie, maybe not. But all I'm saying is, I love you too. There is hidden fears that you are not aware of. There is subconscious fears that you have not admitted. There was one girl in the game, and she said, I don't have any fears. Like, I don't have any fears. But then she said, but what's crazy is there are fears inside you that you're not even aware of. There are fears in you that are so subconscious, you have no clue. And the Midnight Man's going to find it. And so this moon card is like, there's some hidden things. It's very, it's touchy. Get ready, because you need to be aware that you are facing some fears. You're going to go through some of this, but you're going to come out standing. The devil tries to scare you and make you think you're powerless. But really, he's the one that's powerless against you, because you are pure of mind, body, and spirit. You have source inside you. You are made of light and darkness, but don't forget you are made of light. And that will always overcome the darkness. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to face these fears that you have and these hurts, because once you've healed and you've overcome and outgrown your fears, you're done. You have conquered the beast. So anyways, you're doing really good. I'm proud of you, Gemini. I will see you in the extended, and have a lovely, beautiful day. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And remember, this love is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming. Bye, guys.